exactly what your future holds or keep it completely unknown. Tonight we're going to be doing some would you rather questions. We're going to start off a little bit lighter than that one, but they will get deeper and they will get a little harder and more personal. So if you like those questions, then stick around. But we'll start a little easier. You don't have to answer that one yet. So, would you rather live in a cozy cabin in the woods or an apartment overlooking the ocean? That's actually tough. That's tough. I love a cozy cabin, but I also love living near the ocean. I don't know. I'd probably choose the apartment overlooking the ocean, kind of in Australia, kind of Melbourne, or I don't want to get this wrong. I don't know which Australian city is beside the sea on the east coast. I'm not sure. Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra. I don't know. Question 2. Would you rather stay inside during a thunderstorm or take a quiet walk under the stars? I love being inside during a thunderstorm. I don't know about you. Look, I love some stars. I love a quiet walk, but I love being cozy. Like, the name of the channel is Cozee ASMR. I'm gonna stay cozy inside during a thunderstorm. Would you rather hear the ocean every night as you fall asleep, or feel a cool breeze through an open window? I hope you guys can relate to some of these because they're quite bit like based on like climates and stuff. Like there's 2 ocean questions already, so I can relate because I've kind of always lived near the ocean. But let me know if you're not near the ocean. Does that make you want to be closer to the ocean, or do you not mind? Because I need to be near some water, to be honest. So I'm gonna be beside the ocean as I fall asleep. Would you rather be awake for every sunrise or every sunset? The chances of me being awake for every sunset are pretty relatively likely. I'll probably say sunset because if I'm awake for sunrise, I'm probably going to be sleep deprived. So, sunset. Would you rather wander through a quiet city at midnight or sit by a fire deep in the woods? Now, as for all of these questions, you're allowed to use your imagination. If they're a little bit vague, a quiet city at midnight, they're both quite creepy, or a fire deep in the woods. I think I could feel more at ease in the city. Well, let me know, that's a weird one. Would you rather live somewhere it rains often, Ireland and Portugal, or somewhere it snows quietly at night? Quietly. I think would say where it snows quietly at night. Because the rain is not very fun. You get a little bit bored of the rain. Would you rather fall asleep under the stars or wake up to sunlight through your curtains? Fall asleep under the stars. I think that's an easy one. Okay, that's all the sort of warm up, sleepy. Would you rather questions finished? And now we'll go into the slightly deeper questions. A little bit more interesting, a little bit more interactive. Here we go. Would you rather always remember your dreams in perfect detail or never have a nightmare again? I like that. I like that. Let me know what your answer is, because please actually comment your answer, because I don't have nightmares very often. I don't dream very often, but when I do, I always forget. So I'd love to remember them in perfect detail, because some of them are fun. Most, when you dream, usually it's fun. I mean, imagine you got to wake up the next morning and watch your dreams on the TV. That'll be fun. So I think I'm going to choose remembering my dreams in perfect detail, because I don't have nightmares very often. But when I do have nightmares, my God, they're vivid. They feel real. Sometimes I wake up from nightmares and it takes me quite a long time to realize that's not real, that didn't happen. So yeah, let me know what your answer is there, because that's interesting. Would you rather always have someone to talk to at 2 a.m. or feel completely comfortable being alone at 2 a.m.? That's hard. I'm actually gonna introduce some crinkling sounds by way of a lint ball, a Lindor ball. Lindor ball. My God, these are delicious. Let me repeat the question. Would you rather always have someone to talk to at 2 a.m. or feel completely comfortable being alone at 2 a.m.? I think I would rather feel completely comfortable being alone at 2 a.m. because even if I have someone to talk to at 2 a.m., I think it doesn't happen that often. And also, I don't like being awake at 2 a.m. So I think I'd feel I just wouldn't feel comfortable talking to someone at 2 a.m. for a few reasons. I don't know. Next question. Would you rather relive one peaceful moment from your life or experience a completely new peaceful moment tomorrow? I actually had a pretty peaceful, it was longer than a moment, but me and my housemate, we just I know this might sound crazy, but we just talked all day. No real external stimulus. Just chatting and shooting the breeze. So it was very peaceful. There's one moment that I'm thinking of. Let me know if there's one moment that pops into your head when you think of a peaceful moment that you would love to relive. I think I would rather relive that peaceful moment. Let me know what your answer is. Would you rather travel alone to a place you've never been, or revisit somewhere that feels like home? I think I would rather travel alone to a place I've never been. These are good questions. Like, I feel like, look, I know this is like intensive, and you absolutely don't have to do it. But if you, like, even if you answered a few of these questions, I think, like in the comments, I think I would get a better understanding of what kind of person you are. Not in a good way or a bad way, just your personality. Yeah, I think I would travel alone to a place I've never been. Would you rather have unlimited time to think or unlimited time to create? I actually don't like that question. It's kind of like not nuanced enough, I don't think. I'm gonna stop this now just in case it doesn't sound good, but let me know if it did sound good. Unlimited time to think because I'm not super creative. Thus, this, by the way, coat hanger. This clips on. Maybe I am creative. Next question: Would you rather always feel motivated or always feel content? That's an interesting question. I would consider myself quite a content person, but I think I'm content because I was quite a motivated person as well. But I think I have the most fire and the most energy for life when I'm motivated. I think contentment is great, but I like feeling motivated, so always feel motivated. Doesn't mean I won't feel content most of the time, but motivation is good. Would you rather slow down time during happy moments or speed it up during difficult ones? This could sound crazy, but like neither, because I don't want to mess with that stuff. Like not like time travel or whatever, but like just I don't want to create like artificial highs or numb lows, if that makes sense. But I would rather slow down time during happy moments. I think. Would you rather spend a year mastering one skill perfectly or try 20 new things briefly? definitely spend a year mastering one skill perfectly. Definitely. I feel like you could make a career out of that. I think. Yeah. Let me know though. Let me know what your answer would be. Okay. Things are gonna get deeper again. Like, those questions were very, like, thought provoking. I thought, like, I had to sit and think, like, properly for most of those. But these are gonna get deeper, like, a little bit more personal, a little bit harder in a way. Yeah. Would you rather know exactly what your future holds or keep it completely unknown? Do you recognize that one? That's a tough one. I think so far that's probably the question I want to know the most from you guys. I want to know your answer. Let me think. I want to keep it completely unknown. Like, of course, the temptation to know is there, but keeping it completely unknown is kind of, it's. I don't know if it would change because I know what the future holds or whatever, but I think I'd rather keep it completely unknown. Yeah. I think that would work best for me personally, but maybe not everyone else. Let me know. Would you rather always know the right decision to make or always trust your instincts completely? I don't like that question. I don't like that question. It doesn't really make sense, you know? I'm gonna skip that question. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I don't know. Would you rather always have the right words to say or always know when to stay silent? I think most people, myself included, could do with both of these things. At least one. Let me, I'm actually gonna move that. Sorry. I'm going to. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard that. I'm gonna get one that doesn't have a wire in it. I think I love controller sounds. I feel like they slap. So, would you rather always have the right words to say or always know when to stay silent? I feel like I would rather always have the right words to say. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it would just make you a more impactful person and useful. I think it's great to know when to stay silent, but I think more often than not, you'd rather have the right words to say, you know? Yeah. I think I'm happy with my decision. Would you rather always feel understood or always understand others? That's interesting. I think I'm quite a curious curious person. I like people watching. I like sitting back and looking at people and observing people and seeing what they do. I'm quite a curious person. I think I would rather always understand others. I think that would suit me more. Again, I think it would be more useful. But of course, it's nice to feel understood. So let me know. Let me know what you think. Would you rather know what people truly think about you or never overthink again? That's tough. Like they kind of like they both. That's just a tough question for someone that overthinks quite a lot. I would say I overthink a fair bit more than I would like. So maybe I would say never overthink again. But of course, you want to know what people really think of you. So I don't know. Let me know. That's an interesting one. I'd love to hear your logic on it. I'm kind of struggling with that. I think never overthink again, but I could be swayed. Would you rather never feel regret or never feel doubt? Neither, because just because I don't feel it doesn't mean it's not something I shouldn't regret, you know, or should not doubt, you know. So neither, if that's an option, but I think I would never feel regret because if I got rid of my ability to doubt something, I would just do everything blindly and I would probably get myself in quite a lot of trouble in a lot of ways. So, yeah. Would you rather have one person who deeply understands you or many people who admire you? That's a little bit deep. Think about that one. Would you rather have one person who deeply understands you or many people who admire you? I think most people and myself will say one person who deeply understands you. But of course, many people admiring you is nice, it's gratifying, it's validating. But having one person who understands you makes you feel not crazy, I think. And it would probably make you a better person being able to talk to them and have them help you understand who you are as well. Sorry, I sound like a psychiatrist or something. Sorry. Okay. 3 questions left. 3 deep ones. Would you rather relive one random day from your past or skip ahead to one random day in your future? That's actually not as good as I hoped. I think I would relive one random day from my past because I don't want to get really unlucky with the future. I think my life has been pretty good and not extremely dramatic or anything. So I think I'd risk reliving a day from the past. Penultimate question. Would you rather have a peaceful mind or an adventurous life? this would be close to 50-50. I might put that as the pinned comment, and then maybe we can create our own little poll, because that's a tough one for me. As in line, as is in line with cozee ASMR. I believe I would rather have a peaceful mind, because I don't think having a peaceful mind means you didn't have an adventurous life. But I think having an adventurous life puts having a peaceful mind at risk more so than the other way around. So I think I'd rather have a peaceful mind. Let me know though. That's kind of tough. Last question. What do you think of the beard brushing, by the way? Last question. Last question. I know it's so sad. I'm so sorry. Would you rather have one perfect night where everything feels right, or many small moments that quietly feel right? That's a good one. I feel like that lets me understand people. If I ask that question, I get a good idea of the way they think, or a better idea at least. My answer is having many small moments that quietly feel right. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know your answer, because I feel like having smaller doses more often of, whatever dopamine or whatever, that kind of thing is a little bit healthier and more not sustainable, but like a little bit healthier, and can lead to sustained happiness more so than one big night where everything feels perfect, or one huge bit of success or huge win or whatever it is. So many small moments that quietly feel right would be my answer. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that too. I love a bit of Would You Rather. I think it's something I'd like to do again. If you guys enjoy it, maybe I can get different questions, different website, of a different vibe. Maybe this is kind of late night, lying in your bed, looking up at your ceiling. That's the kind of vibe, or the kind of thought process. But let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know which question was your favorite. Let me know some of the answers to some of the questions. I don't mind if you comment multiple times. I enjoy the comments. I enjoy just chatting. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have some really good dreams. No nightmares. I hope you can remember your dream.